Hey, this is Dr. Eric Fields. So today's video is going to be a motivational one, and I want to try to do that every week. I want to try to put out a video that inspires you. A lot of you may conclude that, you know, I don't know how serious I am about losing weight. I don't think it's really that important. Like, all right, whatever. I'm overweight. I like my food, and that's that. And let me say first off that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, if that's truly how you feel. I have been working in the addiction field for a very, very long time, and I practice a philosophy, for lack of a better way of saying it, called harm reduction. And harm reduction basically is this idea that any progress is valuable, right? And I think harm reduction is a great philosophy to apply to weight loss as well. So that, let's say you had this goal weight in mind that you would be at a super healthy BMI or healthy body weight, right? If you were able to get there. Let's say that goal weight was 50, 60 pounds away. If you lost 20 pounds and you maintain that 20-pound loss, that is something to be really proud of. And again, it kind of goes back to this all or nothing black or white thinking that is so problematic with so many of us. And I don't think just people with weight loss issues or addictions are afflicted with this. I think this is almost like a human tendency for many people. Um, that's something not to be discounted. If you could lose 20, 30 pounds, I would say that you probably, just from that, statistically, lengthened your lifespan. You probably reduced the likelihood that you're going to get some kind of um, medical condition later on in life, like diabetes or heart disease, or something related to the extra weight that you've been carrying around. A 20-pound weight loss is something for sure. So first off, let me just say that any progress that you make in this area of weight loss is great. And let me also say, in the spirit of harm reduction, the other thing that I believe is, and some of you may be wondering, like, what does that have to do with harm reduction? But I truly believe if you're happy living the way that you're living, I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight. I don't care if you're 200 pounds overweight. If you're happy with your body, then that's great. If you're happy with the way you're living life, truly, then that's great. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I absolutely 100% believe that. And some of you may say, but yeah, but the chances of them living a long life is greatly reduced. So what if they're happy living that way? There are people who have come to the decision, whether it be using certain kinds of substances or having just a certain kind of lifestyle that, many of us would view would be unhealthy, at least from a physical standpoint, in the sense that you're probably not going to live as long of a life as you could. If you're okay with that, and you're like, well, yeah, okay, I'm going to live a shorter life, but I'm happy with my life now, and I rather enjoy my life this way and have a shorter life than have a longer life where I'm not as happy, and I'm not happy doing this. And many of you would say, like, oh, well, they're just lying to themselves, and maybe, but maybe they're not. And who am I to judge? So first off, let me just say, if you're happy with your weight, I don't think everybody should lose weight if they don't, if they don't want to, if that's not their big ambition or big dream. You do have to get real with yourself. You do have to, dig and really make sure that this is what you want. That's important. You don't want to be lying to yourself, right? But if this is just not something that you want to do, or it's not something you're ready to do mentally right now, like I said, there should never be an excuse in terms of I don't have the time or I'm too busy. Those excuses are, BS. But sometimes it's not the right time mentally, and that's okay. I respect that as a psychologist, right? But for those of you that are seriously wanting to lose the weight, but it just doesn't seem to be driving you enough, the end result. It's like, yeah, that would be really nice, losing 20 pounds or losing all the weight, 50 or 60 pounds. That would be really great. I would be, definitely happy with myself. I'm pretty sure, I've lost weight in the past. I remember having that feeling of pride and that self-esteem or ego boost. So, you know, that may sound nice to some of you, but not that amazing. Like, in other words, it's not worth all the effort. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that'd be great if I could take a pill and magically have that body. But to put the work in, is it really worth it? Well, let me tell you something else to consider. When you lose the weight, it's not just about vanity and, looking better or feeling better just about the weight loss. It's about feeling better and feeling so much more in control of your life, to the point where you feel like things that you wouldn't even conceive of as possibilities now become possible. I'm talking about other areas of your life, like whether it be your career and getting to a certain level of, progress with that, or whether it be some other area of your life that you've always wanted to be successful in, but, you've had a hard time motivating yourself in that area as well. I call it my leverage theory. And my leverage theory basically says that if you make progress in one area of your life, it is then so much easier to make progress in other areas of your life. And I mean a significant area of your life, and weight loss would be one, especially when you have a lot of weight to lose. It's absolutely incredible how on top of the world you feel and how you feel so confident, not just about having this control over your body, but having control over your life, being able to make substantial changes. I can't even tell you the mindset shift that causes. You need a mindset shift to lose the weight, but then once you lose that weight, that leads to another mindset shift that's even more powerful than the first one. And that is, I can do this. I accomplished this huge goal. What else can I accomplish? The times in my life where I have been the most successful have been the times in my life after losing all the weight, hands down. And I accomplished a lot, up until that second time around, where I went 8 years of carrying around an extra 60 pounds. I accomplished a lot. I mean, I got my doctoral degree in psychology. I bought my own home. I was doing well in my practice. But after I lost all that weight is when my private practice really started doing incredibly well, because I was so motivated. I put so much effort into it. And, I don't know if people pick up on that energy. They probably do. I don't think there's such like a mystery to that idea of, people's energy, creates positive things. I mean, that energy is based off of self-confidence, right? And so if you have that energy, it's because of self-confidence, and that's going to lead to you accomplishing great things. And being a positive kind of person who's accomplishing great things is attractive to people. People want to be around you. So, all that good stuff can happen from losing weight. It's not just about losing weight. It's not just about like, okay, so 60 pounds less, great. I mean, it's wonderful. I look great. I get complimented a lot. And I, am going to live a longer life. I mean, yes, there's all those benefits, right, that you'll have, but the benefits far exceed that. You just can't imagine what your mind what state your mind will be in, once that happens, and just how, I don't want to say invincible, but how super confident you're going to be to, you know, attack areas of your life that you just thought were unchangeable. This really is life changing when you do this. I can't emphasize that enough. It really is. And, let me also say that having control over your weight, when I say that, I don't mean over controlled. There's a difference between I have control of my weight and I'm over controlled or over controlling about my weight, which means I'm obsessive. I'm constantly scrutinizing calories. I get upset with myself if I break the rule, or I go off the plan, or I eat something that I shouldn't eat, a forbidden rule. No, 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 no. We don't ever want you to live life like that. That's over controlled, and that's not healthy. That's obsessional. And I'm sure you know people like that. We don't want you to go from one extreme to the other, right? And people with our struggles, we have that tendency, all or nothing thinking, one extreme to the next, right? I'm really overweight, now I'm super underweight, and bordering on an eating disorder, and I'm obsessed about calories, and making sure I don't overconsume in any way, shape, or form. That's not healthy. No, I'm talking about control, in the sense you don't have 100% control. You don't have 100% control of anything in life, really, but you have some darn good control over your weight. It's something to think about in terms of the benefits that you're going to get from this. I really want you guys to start thinking, bigger, that this is not just about losing weight. This is about being in such a different place in your life. Like I said, so many positive things have happened to me, especially in my career, but not just in my career. I got married, I had a kid. I mean, all these great, amazing things happened to me. I moved from Long Island to New York City, which I never even would have thought of doing, the scary city from suburban Long Island, all these things that I never thought I would ever do, I did. And now I'm so happy I'm in New York City. I love the city. I'm so happy, I married my wife and I had my kid, and I'm so happy that my business is doing so well. I'm telling you, these great things happened to me in large part because of the weight loss. Because the weight loss led to a mindset shift and a surge of confidence that so many other things now became possible in my life. I hope this inspires you to really think about whether or not you want to do this. And like I said, if you're not ready for it, that's fine. There's no shame in that. Or if you're happy living the way that you're living, there's no shame in that. I believe that. Other people might say that that's BS, or I'm not here to judge. If you're happy living the life that you are, that's fantastic. Be happy. But if you're not, or if you're lying to yourself and you need an extra motivational boost, I hope this video does it for you. I'm Dr. Eric Fields, and I'll have more to say on this subject.